Hi, everyone. Welcome to our webinar today. My name is Cindy, and I'm going to be your host for today. So today we have a very exciting webinar with Salt Lake City. And before we get started, I just want to go over some housekeeping rules. So if you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the Q&A box at the bottom, and we'll answer it at the end of the webinar. We also have an amazing prize today. We have a Minky Couture blanket. It's a high-end luxury blanket, and it's also made locally, which is awesome. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce our presenter, Oakley. Sorry, one second. Yes,
Swint.
sorry.
No, you're
I'd
okay.
like to present our presenter today, Oakley Swint. She's the travel trade coordinator. So thank you, Oakley, for being here. How are you doing today?
Good. I'm excited to show off Salt Lake City today for everyone, and just happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure the agents are excited to hear what you have to say. So please go right ahead.
Perfect. Okay, I'll share my screen here. Um, Before we start, how many of you have been here? And when was the last time you visited? I'd love to see it in the chat just to get an idea of how many of you are kind of familiar with Salt Lake City. So I wanted to start it off by playing this video for you. This is just kind of an overview of Salt Lake City and just what it looks like. Okay, and this is our platform we use. It's called DigiDeck. So when we send a follow-up with this, you'll have access to all the information that is here in this DigiDeck. And every time I update it with new things, you'll be able to see it, all of the updates that we have. So first, we could start off with, oh, not that button. Salt Lake City. So this is our downtown Salt Lake City. We are right in the heart of the mountains. We have the jaw-dropping scenery, the mountains in the background. It's about a 30-minute drive from downtown to those mountains that you see surrounding the city. We have our convention center located right downtown. It's nestled right alongside the foothills, very close to our capital as well. And we have a great culture. um, like I said, we are the heart of the Mountain West. So that is our everyday background and view. We are very lucky and fortunate. I can't complain. Next to the Salt Lake City is the Great Salt Lake. So this is the largest saltwater lake in the Western Hemisphere. This is about a 10 to 15-minute drive to get to the Salt Lake itself. There's also Antelope Island, which is a little bit further. It's about a 30 to 45-minute drive to go to Antelope Island. Um, a fun fact about the Great Salt Lake is it is 4 to 8 times saltier than the ocean, depending on which part of the Salt Lake that you're in. You can actually go to the Salt Lake and float in it. You don't need a life jacket or anything. It's shallow and it has so much salt that you can actually float in there. It's amazing. Um, the Bonneville Salt Flats are going to be connected and right next to the Great Salt Lake. So the Lake Bonneville was once the Bonneville Salt Flats was once covered by Lake Bonneville. It was larger than Lake Michigan. It covered much of the western Utah and spilled into parts of Idaho and Nevada. If you've seen the world's fastest Indian, you've probably seen the Bonneville Salt Flats because that's where it was filmed, is here. It's unearthly. It looks like you are on a different planet. It is amazing, especially if you're lucky enough to catch it at a sunrise or a sunset. The white salt will actually light up to that neon orange, pink, yellow, whatever the sunrise or sunset is, especially if we've had rainfall where it gets a little bit of rain. It's amazing. So the Bonneville Salt Flats, it covers about 30,000 acres of perfectly flat terrain. And this is about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive from downtown Salt Lake City. For those of you who didn't know, Salt Lake City is the capital of Utah. We have an amazing Capitol building. You'll notice that it has a strong resemblance of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. That was actually on purpose. It was intentionally designed that way to show Utah's importance um, with the U.S. The Capitol was completed in 1916, and the state was still relatively new. It entered statehood in 1892. Another reason this capital might look familiar is it's famous if you've seen Legally Blonde too. Reese Witherspoon was walking up the Capitol stairs in Washington, D.C., but it was actually our beautiful capital. And a fun thing for your visitors with the Capitol, it makes a great sunset view. It makes great views of the city. So you can actually go up there, bring a blanket, have picnics. As you'll see, we'll get the cherry blossom trees. In the springtime, they bloom for about 2 to 3 weeks, and you will have wedding photo, graduation photo, heaven. It will be full of people, and it is gorgeous. The Capitol is also open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. It's open to the public for visitors, and you can also do private tours. The tours last about 40 to 45 minutes. It'll cover the Capitol's architecture, art, history, and just kind of our role in the government. It's a great photo spot. And like I said, you'll look over the whole city. So it's a great viewpoint. Another fun thing about Salt Lake City is we do have the greatest snow on earth. And this has actually been trademarked and tested. So we're not just saying that. Um, it started as a playful twist on a circus slogan in 1960, and then it became Utah's official trademark in 1975, and it was legally validated in 1995. So we backed it by a combination of moisture snow, the lake effect from our Great Salt Lake, and our heavy snowfall. When the dry climate gets that salty water evaporation, it turns into this light powder. So you feel like you're skiing or snowboarding or sledding on powdered sugar. Um, Between the two Cottonwood Canyons, which are only about a 30 to 40-minute drive to the very top of those ski resorts, we get an average of 550 inches, which is about 1,200 centimeters of snowfall every single year. 2 years ago, we had a record breaking, it was in the 700 something inches of snow. It was amazing. We are slowly starting to become a sports mecca hub. So we are home to about 5 professional sports. We have our Utah Jazz, which is our NBA. That name came from when they were located in New Orleans with the Jazz. We just never changed it. We have the Real Salt Lake soccer team. We have the Utah Royals, which is our women's professional soccer team. We have our Utah's Warriors rugby team. The 2025 season for them actually just ended last Saturday, and it was significant because it marked their first playoff win and first home game that was a playoff in the franchise's MLR era. So we are really excited about that. Our brand new hockey team as well. We just got them last year. They used to be called the Utah Hockey Club. We opened it up to all of Utah's fans and did a voting system to come up with the new name for the team. We just needed something quick. So they received over 850,000 votes, which is the most in hockey history, and they settled with Utah Mammoth. It won by a clear margin. So we will also, if you see where it says the Delta Center, we'll be expanding across the street to make it a sports hub. If you're familiar with LA Live, that's what that will look like. So it'll be pedestrian friendly and pedestrian only. So a lot of fun sports coming to Salt Lake City. We really are starting to get everything. Talks of a baseball team, so we'll see what happens with that. And then, as you know, we were the 2002 Winter Olympic hosts. Obviously, we have the greatest snow on Earth, so it was an easy pick. And then we were just named last year during the Paris Olympics for the 2034 Winter Olympic host city. So we are so excited to welcome everyone from around the world. Utah's really becoming this hub to come and visit Salt Lake City specifically, especially before the Winter Olympics. We are going to make it as sustainable as possible. We are reusing all of our past Olympic structures and facilities and just creating and making it bigger and better. So, for the climate elevation, Utah does have all four seasons through and through. So, we have spring, summer, autumn, and winter, and you will experience the full um, seasons within all of those. So we are a desert. We do have a dry climate. So we do always recommend and remind people to drink lots of water when you're here. If you're coming from somewhere with some humidity, you definitely will need some lotion and some chapstick and sunscreen because we lay at about 4,300 feet, which is about 1,300 meters. And so we are that higher elevation, so you'll be closer to the sun. So you'll get a nice bronze tan while being here too, even in the winter, because the sun will reflect off the snow. Um, and then for our ski bases and our snowboarding, like ski resorts, those go about the mid 8,000 feet elevation. So we do have very high mountains. All right. And then, as you guys are familiar, which we are so excited about, we did get a brand new airport. I'll let this video play in the background just while I talk about it. So if it will play, we'll see. All right. So the airport is brand new, completely brand new. We demolished our old one and completely built this brand new, beautiful airport. It is Delta's fourth largest hub airport. We rank as the number one on-time airport in the United States. Our customs are very, very quick. We like to say you can fly in, land, go through customs, get your bags, and be downtown to your hotel all within about 45 minutes to an hour. So we really do pride ourselves on that. It's very easily accessible. The staff are very friendly. We actually do trainings with the staff to make them unreasonable hospitality. So we do love that they are very resourceful, very useful, and very there to help your clients traveling. We are only 10 minutes away from downtown, and we have 5 new airlines that have begun services since 2020. We have Air Canada, Hawaiian, Spirit, Sun Country, and WestJet. That just started in May of 2025. We now connect Salt Lake City to 100 plus nonstop destinations. Before we got our other terminal, we were around 40, so that's a big jump. In summer of 2025, we will offer more than 300 daily departures to 100 plus destinations. And our nonstop flights surged from 40 to over 100, including both domestic and international routes. And we had a record-breaking year in 2024, handling 28.3 million passengers. So that was a 5.2 increase from the previous record of approximately 26.9 million in 2023. And then, like I said, we have nonstop, that meant to say stop, service to nearly 100 cities, including London, Paris, Amsterdam, Toronto, Vancouver, and Mexico. We just got a brand new direct flight to Seoul, which we are really excited about. So, Salt Lake City is very accessible and it's a great starting and ending point to any itineraries. Our public transportation is very user friendly. We have this downtown area, which is the free fare zone. So, you just have to get onto the train and you can get taken around all of downtown. The track system also does go run. With this will exit. It also runs, sorry, this won't exit. It also runs from our airport to downtown. It's about $2.50 to get from downtown to the airport. We also have green bikes located all around the city and the scooters. So very easy, very user friendly. The tracks are run from 4:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. on weekdays, and on Sundays they run from about 5 a.m. to midnight, and they run every 15 minutes. All right. And our next top attraction, which we are so excited for, if this will go, as you're all familiar with the Temple Square, this is one of our most visited and biggest attractions in Salt Lake City. It is currently going under renovation that started in the pandemic, so in 2020. We will be opening the temple for an open house April to October of 2027. The last time that they did this was when the temple was first built in the 1800s. So, just to give you a background, when you are of the Mormon religion, the temple is normally only open for those that practice the faith. So, this is a really unique experience for all of your travelers to be able to come in, experience, see the temple inside and out for the first time. It's a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity to really see this downtown. While the Temple Square is going under renovation, it is still open to travelers right now. So you're able to still go explore the grounds. You're able to see the tabernacle. You can go in and watch their organ recitals and their practices. Um, you're able to go to the Family Search Library, which is a free research and collection library. It's one of the largest collections of genealogical records. So it's a fun and interactive way to have find out your ancestry and find out where you are from. Um, that is all open right now. We also have the conference center, which now works as the visitor center. You're able to go explore that. It shows you about the church's history. There's the um, I'm blanking on the name, the missionaries that walk around daily. There's multiple of them. They all speak different languages, so language barrier shouldn't be an issue, and they can take you on a little tour of that. You can go to the rooftop, see views of the city, see a beautiful garden. Another fun activity, which is just getting bigger and better by the second, is our Natural History Museum. It is up in the foothills of Salt Lake City. There's views of the city. It goes in, it's a very immersive experience. So you get to see all of our fossils, which are a lot from Utah. You get to see our history of how we became from the pioneers to the indigenous culture. You also get to see all of our gems, minerals, everything from our DNA to our ecosystems, and it's very interactive. It shows you how everything works. It's great for kids, it's great for families, it's great if you're just need something to kill time too, because there's so much to do, you'll want to stay long. We also have a botanical garden that's right next to it. It's the largest botanical garden in Intermountain West. Again, beautiful views of the city. You get to see all different kinds of flowers, plants. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's also an amphitheater in the Red View as well. So that hosts weekly, during the summertime, weekly concerts. Very fun. You can bring coolers of your own drinks and food. It is just a great experience. The zoo and aquarium, the zoo is right next door. That both of them are accredited, so they meet the highest standards of animal care. The Hogle Zoo is about a 5-minute drive from Natural History Museum and Red Butte Garden. And then our Living Planet Aquarium is in Sandy Draper area. So that's about a 20-minute drive from downtown. They are making a new science learning center as well. So, and an event space. It's going to be beautiful. This is the place that is a state park. It goes over our Utah history and our Native American tribes. It's very interactive. You can try and sew how the pioneers sewed. You can taste the ice cream that they would have, the foods that they would have. They made a replica of how the town actually looked. The pioneers came through the foothills and said, "This is a place," and that's where they settled. So that's how we have Salt Lake City. It is great. And we are also known and starting to get more museums. So we have the Leonardo, the Utah Museum of Fine Arts, Dreamscapes. Dreamscapes is really unique and it's new. They take all of the old um, garbage and unusable like furniture that needs to be thrown away and they create art of it. So it's a very immersive experience. Thanksgiving Point, won't go too much into this. This is Lehigh, so this is about a 30 to 40-minute drive from downtown. Um, Again, you'll find fossils. There's a butterfly biosphere. In the in October, they do like a haunted corn maze and they do a big celebration, and it's really fun and family friendly. So we do offer at Visit Salt Lake attraction passes. So we have a couple different ones that are really worth the time and the money, so you can make the most of it. If you have clients that have families or just don't necessarily know what they want to do, we've got our attraction pass and it goes into 17 different attractions at 14 different venues. So this is the place, Red Butte Garden, Natural History Museum, um, all of those ones that we kind of previously talked about will all be on that pass. So you can use it in 24 hours, 48 hours, or 365 days. We work with the tour operators, and it's just amazing because then it gives them a list of things that they can do all within that. So then they don't have to really have a strict itinerary. And with the tracks, it's really easy to get around downtown to explore all of these. Like I said, we are an urban city with the mountains, so we are becoming a very big hub for the performing arts. We have Broadway plays, we have the symphony, we have festivals, we have a massive Pride Parade, one of the biggest in the cities. And we just want everyone to know that we are inclusive. We welcome everyone here, and we pride ourselves in showing that we have amazing festivals, events, and inclusivity. And if you click here, you can find out more about the festival's events that go on yearly. It will take you to our webpage, and our webpage is a great source. So you can find out what's going on next week, tonight, if we have itineraries on there. And some of the most reoccurring ones, we have a lot of farmers markets. Every Saturday we hold one. We have a huge Greek festival. We have oh my gosh, a native, I'm blanking on what it's called, but a native celebration where they go into the culture and how Salt Lake City came about. And bars and restaurants, my favorite part of Salt Lake City, because you wouldn't think that Salt Lake City would be a hub for some of the best restaurants ever. Um, I moved away out of high school 10 years ago and was like, Salt Lake City doesn't have that great of food. You know, living in Hawaii and Key West, where we had such good culture and food. When I just came back to Salt Lake City 2 years ago, let me tell you, my mind was blown. We have the best food. It is very underrated. It's a very good gastronomy scene here. We have farm to table, we have farm fresh, we do locally sourced ingredients. Um, we have craft and specialty shops. We have amazing bars that go into more craft cocktails. We have dive bars. We have bars with music. We just have a really good scene of food. We have a very big community of food influencers and photographers, which I think helped boost the visibility and excitement around our local spots. And if you need, here's our restaurant listings and our group dining restaurants. And again, I'll send this out. Um, as far as itinerary suggestions, I won't go too much into this. There is a bunch of things to do. We have our hub on our website where you can go get ideas of itinerary suggestions. And if you ever have any questions, I'm always happy to help give you ideas. One of my favorite things is the snowbird tram. You can actually take the tram all the way to the very top of the mountain that overlooks the city. It has a great little lunch spot up there. You can hike down, you can take the tram down, you can do a shorter hike and then take another ski lift down, and you can actually see the other four ski resorts that are up the Cottonwood Canyons. This is one of my new favorite experiences in Salt Lake City. So Neil Amundsen, he is a vet for the United States Air Force. He has this old school four-seater plane, and it is amazing. You take off from South Jordan, Utah. It's a quick 15-minute drive from downtown in a smaller airport. He can fit three passengers, and he can do an array of different experiences. His most popular is to go over the Great Salt Lake so you can see the Salt Lake from above. When you're above, you wouldn't be able to tell that this is in Salt Lake City. Let me tell you, you feel like you're in the Caribbean with the crystal clear blue and green water with the sand that's not sand, salt, because it's white. And then you can also go see the Antelope Island. He'll take you down into Antelope Island where you can see the free roaming bison, you can see the goats, you can see everything, and you get mere feet away. So you feel like you're just on this private gliding across. It is amazing. Um, and again, you can click here for more information. He'll take you also up the canyons. You can do a custom package if there's something that your client wants to see. He can set that up. So he's amazing. This was the coolest thing I've done in Salt Lake City so far. Hotels. So we are definitely gearing up and ramping up for the 2034 Olympics. We have about 20,000 rooms in Salt Lake County, 8,000 rooms downtown. We have gotten 1,200 new hotel rooms since 2021. One of the newest is the Asher Adams. It is in the old Union Pacific station right downtown across the street from Delta Center. It is amazing. It is an autograph collection hotel, and it is connected to the Gateway, which is a shopping center. And that's also where Dreamscapes is located. So something fun to do. The Hyatt Regency, this has a beautiful rooftop pool, dining. It's connected to our convention center right downtown, about 700 total guest rooms. Le Meridian and Element. This is also a brand new property that is gorgeous. It's actually connected. So you have Element on one side, that's a three-star hotel, and Le Meridian on the other side, which is a four-star hotel. Rooftop pool, a rooftop restaurant called Van Ryder. This rooftop looks over the sunset. It is a great spot to see 360 views of the city. So you'll see the Great Salt Lake, Antelope Island, and the mountains. Absolutely amazing. The Evo Hotel. If you have that FIT fun adventures traveler, almost wants that hostel-like experience, but a hotel, this is the most unique hotel I would say we have in Salt Lake City. They offer three different room types. It's a 50-room hotel. It has a rock wall, a gym. It is amazing. A skate park in there. It is just a really cool, unique hotel if you want that adventure that just comes, sleeps, has adventure, and goes. And then, as you know, we have the Little and Grand America, which came around when the Olympics were first here in 2002. It gives it that more European feel, has great restaurants. It's massive. It's kind of more that resort getaway. And the rooms are about 750 square feet on the small end, so bigger than my apartment, which is great. And then with the 2034 Olympics coming up, we have a bunch of renovations going on. So all of our hotels are very up to par, and they still keep that good rate, which is really nice. As you know, Salt Lake City is the base camp to adventure. I like to say we are the hub to everything. We have skiing, we have mountain biking, we have everything that you could want. We are 45 minutes away from four world-class mountain resorts. So we have Alta, Brighton, Snowbird, and Solitude. Alta and Snowbird are up Little Cottonwood Canyon. Brighton and Solitude are up Big Cottonwood Canyon. And the thing I love about those ski resorts is in the summertime, there's also activities to do at most of those. So whether you have summer or winter people coming in, there's something to do for everyone. We also offer a ski super pass. It's much like the Icon Pass, but it's good at those four resorts. There's no blackout dates, and it's available throughout the season. We work directly with tour operators to help you promote those so you can pass those along. You'll also get discounts on rental gear through Ski and See, and then you'll get free public transportation to those canyons. Beyond Salt Lake City, um, I like to say that there is endless things to do in Salt Lake City and beyond, no matter what you're looking for. So you have the Great Salt Lake and Antelope Island, like I went into. Antelope Island is really a fun experience for people that are wanting to go and see nature and see something that they wouldn't expect to see. You will see an array of different animals. Um, we have one of the biggest herds of bison that free roams, and they will stop you in your car and you'll have to wait for them to pass. There's hikes and everything to do and see. We have the Utah Olympic Park, which is right up in Park City. You can go on a bobsled ride, and then you can also go on a tour of the Olympic Park. And then Park City is about a 20-minute drive from downtown Salt Lake City. So it's great if you want to get up into the mountains, see a little mountain town, do some shopping, and just see a cute historical main street. The national parks, with us having such a huge international airport, we're a great starting and ending spot if you are wanting to go national park heavy. We are 4.5 hours away from all of our five national parks that we have in Utah, and we're about a 5 to 6 hour drive from Yellowstone. And if you're familiar with Great Basin, obviously, we are a 4 hour drive from that. So it's an amazing starting spot to start your trip. As you can see here, we like this figure 8 loop. If they have some time, you can hit Jackson Hole, Yellowstone, Big Sky, come down, go to Salt Lake City, go to Great Basin, and you can hit all five of the national parks and fly back out of Salt Lake City. So this is great for the self-driving tours. One of our best partners that we have in Salt Lake City is called Southwest Adventure Tours. So leave it to them. They will take care of everything for you. They have a variety of different options available for the traveler. So if you have people that are wanting to fly in, they want to go see Antelope Island, the Great Salt Lake, Bonneville Salt Flats, they will come pick you up from your hotel and they will take you to those, and you will have a tour guide. They offer multiple different languages, so you don't have to worry about that language barrier. They have guides for that. If you remember seeing the gondola snowbird that takes you to the top, they actually do a snowbird summer excursion where they'll take you on the tram to the top of the mountain. And there's multiple different hikes for every kind of activity level. So if you want to take the tram down, if you want to hike the hardest hike down, you can do that. Snowbird also offers a summer park. So there's an alpine slide, there's a rock wall, there's so many things to do. So you can opt in to take the tram up, take the tram down, and do those activities instead. They also offer a Salt Lake City walking and driving tour, pick you up from your hotel. Again, you can either walk or they'll take you to the experiences and get on and off. Um, we also just got a new hop on, hop off tour bus. So that will be running Thursday through Sundays, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's a hop on, hop off tour bus with an upper level. It's not exposed to the outdoors, but it's still beautiful, and it goes on a big route of Salt Lake City, and it runs every 30 minutes. One of our things we are so excited to welcome to Salt Lake City is the expansion of Canyon Spirit. So it was formerly Rocky Mountaineer, so the popular Rockies to the Red Rocks route. So we will be expanding to Salt Lake City starting in 2026. So the new 3-day itinerary will now go Denver, Glenwood Springs, Moab, Salt Lake City, and vice versa. So we are very excited to offer that. That's kind of more that luxury project if you have that high-end traveler, doesn't want to plan their trip and just wants to sit back, relax. We recommend coming in Salt Lake City a little bit early, catching the mountains, doing some of our culture experiences, and then taking the train to Denver. And that is all I have. Here is our information So if you have any questions, like I said, we are more than happy to answer any questions you have. If you need help with itineraries, just help with anything transportation, I am always willing to help out.
Awesome. Thank you for that very great and informational webinar. I definitely learned a lot myself about Salt Lake City. All right, so I actually do have a few questions here. Just to make sure, can you hear me, Oakley?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay,
you.
okay, perfect.
Perfect.
All right, so first question here is that what are some underrated experience or the most surprising experience in Salt Lake City that most travelers might not expect?
So I think as I went into Absolute Flight, that is one of my favorite experiences. Seeing the Great Salt Lake from above is such a unique, cool experience because you wouldn't expect Salt Lake City to look like that. It feels unworldly having a city, mountains, a Great Salt Lake. I love that experience personally. Also, when you go to the Great Salt Lake, you can float in it. If you go to Antelope Island too, you can do e-bikes around that and you can do a self-driving one, which is great. And then also, sorry, there's so many, but my favorite thing about Salt Lake City that I didn't really realize until I came back is our music scene. We have a phenomenal arts, culture, music scene. So we have a lot of festivals, a lot of art festivals, and a lot of concerts. So we have a lot of different venues. We have one of my favorite is the Twilight concert series that goes on weekly from July to September. Tickets are $15 and it's an outdoor concert venue right in the heart of downtown.
Awesome, that's amazing. All right, let's see. Next question would be what type of travelers are best suited for Salt Lake City, and how can the agents tailor their package for their clients?
So the best thing about here is we have something for every single traveler. It doesn't matter if you're a family honeymooner, if you're retired, if you don't want to do anything, we have something for everyone. If you're that outdoorsy adventure type, we're 30 minutes from the mountains where you can do rock climbing, mountain biking, skiing, hiking, canoeing, paddleboarding, snowshoeing, all the things outdoor people would like to do. If you're older and you don't want to walk and do that much, we have an amazing museums. Our downtown is very convenient, so it's easily accessible with the tracks. So you can go see culture, music, plays. It's really for everyone. And being in Utah, where we have a lot of Mormons, we have a lot of kids. So it's great for families, very kid friendly.
Awesome. So suited for everyone definitely sounds like a very fun and adventurous city to visit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is all the questions we have for today. So, Oakley, just last minute chance, do you have any last minute encouraging words you want to tell the agents on why they should book their clients for Salt Lake City?
Yeah, of course. I think it's just a really unique time for Salt Lake City. We're kind of this hidden gem, and we're slowly starting to get bigger and bigger. I think with the Olympics coming, the Temple Square, and the Canyon Spirit expanding, it's really a great time to come now, especially before the Olympics, when we welcome the world to our backyard. It's great to get people to come experience it now, and then they'll be ready to come back in 2034 because once you come to Salt Lake City, I can promise you will fall in love and you will not want to leave. And every time we bring people here, they wish that they had more time. So it's very surprising, unique, fun city.
Amazing. Well, yeah, thank you, Oakley, again for that amazing webinar. It was awesome. And agents, make sure to book your clients for Salt Lake City. And again, there's a giveaway prize that will be drawn offline, and the winner will be contacted sometime next week. So thank you, Oakley, and thank you, travel agents, for being here with us today. And we'll see you all at the next Travel Week webinar. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
You.